Good.
Greg, your assessment of the scrimmage?
Sloppy. Not shocking. I mean, we got a lot of offense in, and when you go into the game, we, from the very beginning, making mistakes. Without Howard there, we had too many fumbled CQ exchange type situations, which all that stuff compounds itself rather. So now you're behind the chains the whole day, and defenses are certainly playing a little faster and better level right now, but the offense will get better.
You concerned about any of the guys that went down, or were they all able to get back in?
Yeah, I'm concerned. I think they're all going to be okay. Just don't know how much time they'll miss, and this week is so important in improving, on what we're doing. So, yeah, I'm concerned.
The inconsistency in the running game, how did it tell you anything today that maybe you didn't already know? Maybe you have to narrow that field a little more to get...
Probably got to look at the running backs. We're trying, the entire day we're trying to get equal touches so we can make a true evaluation. So I think this tape's going to be important to look at and kind of hone in on who's getting more of the carries. I don't think we'll decide who it'll be, but who's getting more of the carries. That's something that we probably got to work into our early week practice schedule.
With Greg, what were your initial thoughts on the running backs? Any of those guys staying out at all?
We held Joe, right? So he didn't even play. Cordell didn't carry the ball; he just worked on third down. Mason had 4 carries, and then it was all the young guys, and it kind of all looked similar. I think there's a couple good runs, and then a bunch that they need to look at on tape and see what they have to do.
Greg, I know with the O-line you always want to look at the tape first, but were there any initial things that jumped out at you with them?
Well, with Howard going down, then Caleb moved to center, and then Lowry moved up, and there were a couple mistakes there with the change, with moving up, some things the defense were doing that turned some guys loose, which caused some negative plays. And again, what that does is it just sets the whole series off course, behind the chains. And so, again, I mean, the defense is definitely further along right now, which oftentimes it is. It's not always, but oftentimes it is. We just, this week's going to be very important for our offensive football team, for our whole football team, but for our offensive football team to look at the things where we're making mistakes and eliminate them. We had alignment errors, some illegal formations. Those things you can't have that. It's lining up. No one's beating you, trying to hit you when you're lining up. That has nothing to do with your opponent.